Good morning. Today we are trying to learn and play Pirates of Maracaibo solo. We have it all set up. You set it up as a two-player game. You give Jordan, the solo player, the flip side of the the ship and the pirate treasure board, the solo deck with A's in there, and any number of B cards. The more B cards you put in there, the more difficult it's going to be. They get a quest card. They're just going to count quest cards, whereas we're going to get a quest card to actually do. And then you set up only 3 ship's heads instead of per player +2. So it's just per player +1 in a solo game. The board is set up the same. This is all set up the same. These get 4 each. You get this weird setup here. There are different setups that you can try later in the game. And then on our turn, we get 1 to 3 ship movements. We have to continually move forward through the Caribbean to the Gulf and then to Maracaibo. Then the round will be over and we'll start over again. What I'm still confused about is how I track how many rounds I have done, because I don't see any particular thing that shows me how many rounds I've done. Well, hopefully we can help you learn this and sustainably confused and be sustainably unconfused. The actions in the game, I wish there was like a quick reference action sheet here, because this is just too much all at once. But there's raiding, which is largely going to be related to getting these resources, I believe. There is exploring, which seems to be related to moving your explorer around Maracaibo. There is burying treasure, which seems to be related to down here. At the end of the game, buried treasure is going to give you a little bit more points than unburied treasure. There is gaining quests, which are ways for us to get points. It looks like I need to bury 2 emeralds or 3 emeralds. Then there is upgrading ships, which is the gray thing with a check mark, which looks like I'm going to put these into here and then get some type of reward out of that. And it looks like I need to do 2 upgrades here before I can start doing upgrades here, which then I would probably need 8 upgrades before I can go here, and probably 12 upgrades before I can go here. There is gaining a figurehead. These have modifiers on them, and they're in a slot right into our ship here. That was really cool, although the boards are all warping. It's very humid here today, so I'm not surprised. There is placing black market tiles, and so these are our black market tiles. They can go onto a location. I dislike how much space these take up. And then if you're on that location, then you'll be able to allow to use your black market tile. They're straight up getting victory points on some of the spots. They're straight up getting doubloons on some of the spots. There is straight up spending doubloons on some of the spots. All of the resources are unlimited, so you can swap out anything that you want there. Once we reach the Gulf, you stop, you do a ship upgrade, then you can raid, explore, or construct a residence. So that's raid, explore, or construct a residence. So you can go kind of back and then construct any of the residences. Then you go to Maracaibo and you get another ship upgrade. And then after 3 rounds, the game is over and we count points. Our points will come from our explorers crossing these rivers here. So these river crossings here, 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 and here. We'll get 1 point for every 5 doubloons we have left over. We started with 10 as the first player, and each other player gets 10, 11, and 12. The solo Jordan will never get money. Then we'll gain points shown in the top right corner of each acquired improvement. So if we stop on one of these cards and we buy it for the cost, it will come into our tableau and then we'll be placed with a level 2 card. If the level 2 card deck runs out, it will be replaced with a face down level 1 card from the box. And then you will only ever be able to do the action of getting 5 doubloons from that space instead of whatever space it is. And this board is completely variably set up. You'll gain additional victory points that are on gray scrolls. So like here on our quest, this is a gray scroll. It's got the end game bonus icon on it. And then it will give us those points if we have reached this condition. Then we will gain the conditional points for each residence. So anytime we build a residence, each one of these has a different condition on it. So it looks like we've got emeralds for points and this for points. We're going to go through the glossary in a minute. Then that was the residence. Then each treasure, unburied and buried, is worth points depending on the number of markers on the respective treasure island. So this is our treasure island. Getting markers onto here is going to increase the value of our treasure. So if there are 0 to 2 markers on the island, the treasure will have a value of 2 victory points each. So that looks like it's depicted via this here, maybe. And if there are 3 to 4 markers on the island, the treasure will have a value of 3 victory points each. Oh, this is buried emeralds, this is buried gold, this is buried pearls. End game, points and money, river. Oh, okay, this is telling us all of the end game scoring objectives here as well. So rivers crossed, doubloons, quest cards. This is their buried treasure. This is a bit confusing because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That doesn't make sense a lot. So it looks like you have to come back to the rule book to determine how much your treasure is worth. So if there are 5 to 6 markers on the island, the treasure will have a value of 4 VP each. Oh, I think it's going to be an increase. So it's a base of 2. So 0 to 2, 1, 2 is going to give you 2. And then 3 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that doesn't cover up that there. Nope, so I'm not entirely sure how the logic works with that one. Additionally, gain 2 points for each treasure that is buried. Oh, okay, so every treasure that we manage to bury here will be worth 2 points each. Why is this like this? Maybe that is related to this here. But I think that's the treasure you get when you take it. Each treasure, unburied or buried, is worth points depending on the number of markers on the respective treasure island. Ah, okay, yes, okay. So when it goes to treasure islands, this will get markers. Markers can be taken away and can be given. They start with 4. So with 4 markers on here, all the treasures are worth 3 points. 3 to 4, they're worth 3 points each because it's covering the 3 spot. I'm going to zoom in on the table because this seems very confusing. Actually, I believe my super zoom will work even better. So these are the treasure islands, the emerald treasure island, the gold treasure island, and the pearl treasure island. Right now, they all started with 4. If they get more treasure, the treasure will be worth more at the end of the game. If we reduce the treasure on them, the treasure will be worth less on the game. Then we'll pop over to our player board, and every treasure that is buried here is going to be worth 2 points. And so we're going through this here. So after we've done our buried treasure, then we go to our quests. And then if you also did 6 quest cards, you'll get an additional 10 points. Okay, I get it now. I think I like this so far. Let's pop back over to the table. Okay. Jordan is going to be running a solo deck. He will go second. He scores relatively the same as us. Where am I on my rulebook here? That's the solo mode. This is just telling us what each of the Jordan's actions will be and what our actions will be. So I still would like to know how we determine how many rounds we have done. Okay, sounds like when we visit Maracaibo, we might be putting a token here, and that might be our indicator. I still don't understand how we're tracking rounds. Let's click a quick BGG look at this. How do you track rounds in Pirates of Maracaibo? Wow, that was all wrong, but here we go. You didn't miss anything because of the inherent pressure in the game. I tend to be very aware of which round it is. That final round feels distinctly different from the previous two. As a fallback, perhaps just place an upgrade cube on the exploration board every end of round. Andrew, in our tests, nobody was asking for a turn marker, but I like the idea of this skipper for those wanting one. That was the response from Alexander Pfister, is that nobody didn't know what round it was. I guess I'm just a stickler for what it was. Okay, so I have 1 to 3 movements of icons. So many icons. Okay. I believe I read that right, and I want to have the indicated number of buried treasures. Okay, I want 2 buried emerald treasures. Okay. Cool. How I bury a treasure. And get a treasure, for that matter. Bury treasure. Okay, so I need the shovel icon action spot. There we go. We got 2 shovels here. Wow, there's not a lot. Okay, so if I can do 2 shovels here, then I'm going to need, before I get to here, I'm going to need 2 emeralds. So now how do I get the emeralds? Gain 1 treasure of the indicated type by removing a marker cube from the associated treasure island from top to bottom. Place it in your hideout board. If there are no more markers on the treasure island, take it to the marker. Okay, so that is involving raiding. Raiding has to happen when you land on a location card. So every one of these location cards happens to have rating on them. Okay. So let's pop over here to this very first spot here, Aruba. Aruba, Bahamas, come on, pretty mama. Because we can move 1 to 3, but we're going to go slow. So increase treasure value. If there is a treasure value tile on this location, you must place 1 matching marker cube from the supply onto the depicted treasure island. The markers are placed from bottom to top in the large ring. Okay, so this one says put an extra value on pearls. So pearls are now, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers on there. I have these out of order. 1, 2, and 3 goes to 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now pearls, buried or not, are worth 4 points each at the end of the game. Okay, next up, activate the black market tile. There are no black market tiles there because we'd have to place a black market tile first via the black market tile action, which looks like a place with a skull icon. place with a skull icon. That is on the Maracaibo board here. This is how we place a black market icon, or the Explorer board. I do not see it other places. So we would have to go to an Explorer spot and send our Explorer to a space that would allow us to place a black market tile. Okay, so there's no black market tiles. So that's step 2 of a location. Step 3 is to upgrade my ship. I may upgrade my ship as described on page 9. Page 9, upgrading ships. We'll have numerous opportunities to upgrade our shipboard, which will give them immediate as well as ongoing effects to perform an upgrade. The player places a gray marker cube, okay, gray marker cube, from the supply onto an empty upgrade slot on their board. There are 3 upgrade barrier lines in the marker. Like I said, you're probably going to have 2 here before you can hit 8 here, etc. Each upgrade is associated with a benefit. One-time benefits beige scroll, okay, and are performed immediately, and ongoing benefits red scrolls go into the immediately after the upgrade. There are numerous different benefits, and their explanations can be found on glossary on page 16. 2 upgrade benefits are important to understand in greater detail. Gain a figurehead. I cannot do that outright. And places a black market tile. Oh, okay, so you can also place black market tiles by upgrading your ship. There are 2 spots for that on your player board. Okay, so we're going to take an ad break. I'm going to go to the bathroom then. And we're back. Okay, back to upgrading my ship. I also got snacks because it's lunchtime. So I could get $3. Looks like I could immediately explore, gain all benefits from the space your explorer is currently on, which would be $3. So I can get $3. I can get $3. I think I'm going to do the one where I get a quest. Because if I do 6 quests, I get 10 more points. Or, +1, when raiding, gain the show number of extra raiding power. I need to raid, actually. So we're going to do that one. Or there was also $1 less, or spend the indicated amount less to acquire improvements and construct residences. But they can't go below 0. And the last one was, it looks like I'm going to get an additional movement when I move. During each explore action, you may increase your movement by up to the indicated amount. Yeah, okay, cool. Eurogame has icons. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so that was step 2 of going onto a location. I upgraded my ship. Now we do the location action. Each location shows 1 or more actions that may be performed in any order. This is upgrade. I can't tell if that's a slash or both. If there is a slash, it's an or. Then only the actions from one side of the slash may be performed. There are location here. Excuse me. Here are the location actions. Raiding, that's not it. Explore, that's not it. Bury treasure, that's not it. Gain a quest, that's it. The player may gain 1 quest card from the top of the quest deck or from the face-up quest market. Okay, so the market here is to generate income, and this one is to bury treasure and have gone past the river. So that looks like that pairs up with our other objective of burying emeralds. So let's grab that one. And then we're going to flip that over, I imagine. And then there's also another ship upgrade. So we can take this one here and let's pop this on to getting another quest. Why not? Those are all income related. So let's grow a top-down quest. Perfect. This looks like something related to treasure. We're going to be a treasure hunter today. Okay. That was the location action 4. Location, 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 actions from effects. The Gulf. Okay, so that just kind of ends unexpectedly in the rulebook. That's not the greatest. But 1, 2, 3, 4, because they didn't do an overview of everything that you need to do when you hit a thing, but it looks like we're doing 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hi, Bobo. You're gonna come say hi? I got a bunch of trash on here. You can't even sit here. You gonna come say hi? Hi. Hi, come here. Come say hi. Up, up. Yes, hi. Oh, yeah, up. Come on, come say hi. Yes, I got your ball. Is it your ball? Is it your ball? Yes. Is it your ball? No. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so then now it is Jordan's turn. Reveal the top card of the solo deck. Start at the top down until you can do something. Okay, so this one says upgrade and plus $3 and something to a something. Yeah, where are the actions depicted? Thank you very much. At the start of each of Jordan's turns, reveal the top card of the solo deck. Done. No remaining cards, not of action. Jordan's turn begins with the movement followed by one action. With movement, yes, but how do I move? I don't understand. Do I move to a location with that action? Okay. If a location showing either of these actions is within 3 movement range, sail to this location. If both are in range, apply the solo tiebreaker rule. Then perform the following actions. Okay, so first he's doing a ship upgrade. When Jordan gets a ship upgrade, place a marker cube on the leftmost and topmost uncovered upgrade. So he just pops this to here. The first column is completed from top to bottom before proceeding to the second column, etc. All upgrades have an immediate effect. Advance the marker cube on Jordan's hideout board 1 space to the right. Okay, Jordan's marker cube got upgraded because of that. Okay, done. And now if this is within 3, he moves here. 3 movement range. So if a location showing either of these actions is within 3. Plus 3 and a treasure. Okay, within 3. This is within 1. Okay, so that icon there had the treasure icon. Okay. 3 movement range. Sail to this location. If both are in range shot. If there is a treasure value tile on this location, place 1 marker cube from the spot on the depicted treasure island. There is not. Place a marker cube on the leftmost and topmost uncovered upgrade of their shipboard. Okay, well, I did that already because that was on this. So I'm pretty sure that was the same thing. Instead of buying a card from the Caribbean, draw the top card from the Tier 2 deck and add it with Jordan's other bought cards. Why would he buy a card? That's an explore action. I can see why you got confused, sustainably confused. The location showing either of these actions is within 3 movement range. Done. Sail to this location. Done. If both are in range, apply the solo tiebreaker. If it doesn't apply, then perform the following actions. There is a treasure value tile. There was not. Place a marker on the cube on the leftmost topmost uncovered upgrade of the shipboard. Done. Which advantage did that? Done. Instead of buying a card from the Caribbean, draw the top. Okay, why would I buy a card though? Performing actions. When you end movement on an improvement card, you must choose one of the following options. Ignore the card and gain 5 doubloons from the supply, or acquire the improvement by spending doubloons equal to the cost shown on the top left corner of the card. Okay, because this, okay, so this is a card that you have to buy. That's why. This is an improvement card. You have to buy this card if you're a regular person and you stop here. He doesn't buy the cards. He instead buys this card. Whoops. Okay. Actions of the solo card are the raid icon. Okay, that was not it. This icon, or these icons. So it was this icon. Okay. So I think that's Jordan's turn done. Okay, action, bonus actions. On all B cards, okay, we're not playing with any B cards because we're learning the game. And then that's endgame scoring. Okay, so then back to my turn. I would like to go raiding now. So I get to upgrade my ship. I have 2 upgrades here, so I can go into this section now. But I think I like this idea of exploring, giving me a little bit more space because of this card, I now need to get across some rivers. So I'm going to upgrade here instead. And then next, we do the raiding action. Roll all 3 raiding dice. You may optionally re-roll all of the dice once. 6, 5, and 3. Great. I want this one to be higher, I think. Got a 4, okay. Select 1 die. Gain 1 rating power for each pip on your selected die. The color of the die you selected impacts which color of treasure you may collect. Okay, I want the green one, and I'm getting 4 rating power, plus 1 for my thing. So I have 5 rating power. Increase your rating power by permanent effects from your improvement cards on your ship. Done. Spend rating power to perform rating actions. Important. Each separate rating action may be performed only once per turn. Okay, so the rating actions are here on my player board. 1 rating power gives me 1 point. 2 rating power gives me $3. And 5 rating power gains 1 treasure of the color that matches the selected die. When gaining treasure, unless otherwise noted, they are taken from the treasure island. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to use the 5 that I have because I have 4 from the pips and I have a bonus 1 from my board here. And then I am going to take this treasure from here and it goes on my board. All unused rating power is lost at the end of the player's turn. Treasure. Gain 1 treasure from the indicated type, removing a marker cube from the associated treasure island. From top to bottom, place it on your hideout board. If there are no markers on this treasure island, take the marker from the supply instead. Okay, so on our board here, there is a shovel line. So currently this treasure is up here in this top section here because it is an emerald. And this is the shovel line. It's not buried yet. So this is unburied treasure right now. This is a storage area bonus space. You may place the treasure covering an empty bonus space in the storage area, if any. If you do, immediately gain the covered bonus. Okay, so if I put this here, I am immediately getting 2 points. So I take my marker and I shove him into the 2 spot. I should have showed you what I was doing there. I shoved him over here into the 2 spot. Excuse me. Cool. We're off to a good start then. So now it's Jordan's turn. Jordan is going to raid. If a location with the depicted action is within 3 movement range, sail to this location, then perform the following actions. Within 3 movement range, okay, so it's here. He's on my spot, so he has to pay me $1. If there is a treasure value tile on this location, there is not. Place a marker cube on the left topmost uncovered ship upgrade of Jordan's board. That's here. So Jordan is now also getting 2 points. Oh, I don't like how easy that shoves around. And then perform a raiding action. The marker cube on Jordan's hideout board will indicate the effects of the raiding action. Okay, so raiding action, I'm going to roll 3 dice, I guess. Ah, Jordan, you got all 1s. And his marker is currently here. Wait, no, raiding action. His marker is currently here. So Jordan takes 2 points and 1 treasure according to the roll of 1 die. So he gets 2 more points. What a jerk. The treasure Jordan gains is determined by 1 die roll. On a roll of 4, 5, or 6, Jordan gains the treasure of the island with the most marker cubes. If there is a tie for most markers, the tie is broken in the following order: gold, emerald, pearl. Okay, so he rolled a 1, so he's getting a gold. And he places that in his gold area. So I guess this shovels over multiple times. This immediately went it up once. Once, twice, 3 times. Okay, so it will never reset. It just gets worse and worse. No, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I was trying to explain Jordan's board. I can't really fit it on the screen. Oh, yeah, if I go wide. We're gonna have to push this up a little bit. And this up a little bit. Can you see now? Okay, so might be able to zoom in on this later, but each section here is going to push this cube up further. It was on this section here, so he got 2 points and he gets a resource. Because these were all 1s, he gets a gold because it rolls 1. The treasure Jordan gains is determined by 1 die roll. Oh, so I was just supposed to roll 1 die, not all 3. And then determine which treasure Jordan was supposed to get. Okay, so that is Jordan's turn. Back to my turn. Okay, we now have 1 emerald. I would like to be able to bury that emerald. And this spot here gives me a lot of, but I cannot build there yet. So I'm going to pop down here to Trinidad. There is a thing on here, so we immediately add 1 emerald to the emerald treasure board. I get a ship upgrade. I'm going to go with maybe a black market tile. Spend $3 to put a black market tile out. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to spend $3 to put out a black market tile. And we're going to put out the emeralds give me a point up to 6. And so black market tiles have to go on locations, I think. Yeah, any location card. And so a location card is one that's got the little island symbols on them. So the next location, I'm going to probably come up here to Barbados. I'm going to throw that up there in Barbados. Okay, so that is the ship upgrade part. and this part. And so now we're going to roll 3 dice to raid. Okay, perfect. We can raid again 4 pips plus our bonus 1 pip to have 5, which allows us to spend 5 raiding power to get another emerald. So now we've got another emerald down here. Okay, Jordan's turn. Pop these up here. Jordan is going to sail to a quest spot within 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. That does not exist. So now he's going to sail to a raiding spot. So he comes back to my spot again, giving me $1. Jordan is at 4 points, and I'm at 2 points. Oh my God, the warping into this board is really annoying. That increases the value of emerald again, popping that back up to 4 again. We roll 1 die for, or sorry, we do a ship upgrade first for Jordan, and he goes into the top first pot here. Jordan needs to get a ship's head. Jordan's ship head rules are back here. Roll a die. Jordan takes the first figurehead. If you roll 1 to 2, takes the first figurehead. So he took the unicorn on me. What a jerk. And he just gets it. It doesn't actually do anything because it's on the flip side. So it just goes onto his board. Okay, so Jordan, so that's just taking the figureheads away from me, I guess. I guess I get to see what those are. Okay, and then that was the ship upgrade for Jordan. Now Jordan raids. We're going to roll a die again. It is a 1, so he takes a gold again. And he gets 2 more points. Why didn't I get points? What a jerk. Thanks, Dano Corgi. Welcome on in. Oh, I don't have timestamps. I have no idea when that happened. This thing is like not the best. Auto mod in chat, block trims in chat, readable colors, high defensive language, animated emojis, slow mode, color only, emote only, identity. None of those are what I want. Oh, there we go. Activity feed. 6 minutes ago. Okay, I'm not that late. Hope you're still here. Okay, that was Jordan's turn. Back to my turn. I want to hop on up to my Barbados spot there. Can I do that? You must move your ship token 1 to 3 spaces in the Caribbean. What is a space? Each card, as well as the Gulf and Maracaibo spaces on the exploration board, are considered to be spaces. With each movement, your ship must move to a touching adjacent space. From the starting zone, you must move, can be to any card in the leftmost column of the Caribbean. When moving, other players' ships do not impact where you go. Ending a movement on a card with another ship. All cards in the rightmost column are considered a thing, and then perform actions. The treasure islands are not spaces. You cannot move onto or through them. Move your ship token 1 to 3 spaces in the Caribbean. With each movement, your ship must move to a touching adjacent space. Important, you must end your movement in a column of spaces that is closer to Maracaibo. Okay, so I can do that. Because it's still getting closer, I can still go over 1 and up 1. That's 2 movement of my 3. Okay, I am on a location tile again. It once again is increasing the cost of emeralds. Then I can also activate my black market tile. You may activate it. Ignore opponent black market tiles. Black market effects are explained on page 15. My black market tile is the emerald. So points. Gain 1 point, maximum of 6 for each emerald treasure you have. So I'm getting 2 points. Okay. Does that go away now, or does it stay there? Okay, and then I can upgrade my ship again. What do we got for quests? Income again. If I don't move 1 space on the Maracaibo track, I can get 2 points. Oh, hi, Duchess. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hi, Dutch Yoda. Who's little Yoda? I need to make buttons do button things or something. I'm not bad. I spent like 2 hours trying to figure out how to play this game. And then I just restarted to actually talk through how to play it and teach everyone. So I can edit that out and put that part on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my ship upgrade, but I don't know what some of these icons mean. Quest something, $8. Am I going to get rid of a quest for $8? Feel like that's what that says. Discard a quest card from your hand to gain 8 doubloons. Put the discarded quest card on the bottom of the quest deck. Okay. I like all those quests, so we're not going to do that. I could get a figurehead for $3. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to spend $3. And I can get one of these figureheads. You love Maracaibo. How do you feel this relates to it? Is it very different? I don't remember my play of Maracaibo. 100% this feels different because I can't remember it. But this does play very smooth once you understand what the rules are. The rule book sucks. There's probably a better how to teach and how to play on BGG. I just didn't look it up yet. And you definitely need this last 2 pages of icons because literally it's a standard Euro. Move, do the actions on the card. There are all of these 2 pages of different icons that you need to understand in order to actually know what action you can do. So, okay, so this is a figurehead, but I have no idea what it does. Oh, these are ongoing upgrades. Okay, so the ongoing upgrades of these figureheads that I have are, why does this have squares on it? When I bury a treasure, I can do something, it looks like. Oh, okay, figureheads here. We got G and A. G. Poseidon. Each time the player buries treasure, they may place this treasure on an empty space on the figurehead instead. Nope, I need my treasure, so we're not taking Poseidon. We're taking the A. We're taking the mermaid. So that slots in over here. Once when raiding, the player may spend 2 raiding power to gain 2 points and 2 doubloons. Cool. Done. That was just the ship upgrade part of that action. Now we do this part of the action, which is acquire an equipment improvement card in the Caribbean, paying 3 extra doubloons, then put a tier 2 card into its space. Okay, so I can buy any equipment card in the Caribbean. So we have a telescope, an astroblade, those are people, those are people, those are people, those are people, a archibus. Okay, so we have 3 different ones that we can go for. And I have to pay an additional $3. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10. I only have 2 for $6. So I can't afford that one. This one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, $6. I can't afford that one. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 2, 4, 6. I can't actually afford any of those, so I can get the 5 doubloons instead. So I could have bought one of those 3 cards, but because I had to pay an extra for it, I could not afford it. Those cards themselves, though, red scrolls are ongoing bonuses. So this telescope is going to give us +1 movement when we are exploring. So that's when we do the explore action, we would get a +1. There's a lot of engine building in this, but my gosh, there's a lot of icons. And so you kind of have to learn what those icons are. Here it is. During each explore action, you may increase your movement by up to 1 of the indicated amount. Okay, cool. The other one was the astroblade. Spend the indicated amount less to acquire improvements and construct residences. Oh, if I had done my player upgrade over here, I could have got reducing it $1, so it would have been plus $2 instead of plus $3. And then the arquebus was to instantly gain the rewards of the spot that your explorer is on, and currently our explorers are on $3. Okay, that's me. On to Jordan. Jordan is going to move to a space that he's going to move to a item space or a character space. Within 3, there is an item space right here. Now, he does not buy this item. He instead just takes this item and throws it into his coffers. And we would have done, and he needs to do a ship improvement. Ship improvements seem to be something you're doing all the way to the time. No problem, Duchess. You have fun. And so these do left to right, then top to bottom. And so now that increases that, which makes everything worse. Jordan did this action. Treasure value, market cube. Instead of buying a card, grab a tube. Okay, back to me. We are, can go 1 to 3 spaces. This will allow me to buy walrus. What's that? That's a ship. I'll have that much money. We're going to go down here to burying treasure. 1, 2, because that was the entire point of our thing. We're going to upgrade our ship with our, or taking this upgrade here. So this upgrade here means that we can spend 3 battle power. So if we've got a shitty roll to get a treasure instead of the 5 battle power to get a treasure. So I think I really like the idea of that. Wrong button. Why is that scene even there? That scene needs to be deleted. And now we get to bury twice. So that's the first time we're burying. The player may bury 1 treasure per shovel icon, so we can bury 2 treasure. Moving a treasure marker down below the shovel line on its storage area on the hideout board. The marker must be placed onto an empty buried bonus space under the shovel line, and the player gains the effect of the bonus that was covered. Some spaces have no bonuses. The player is still considered to possess this treasure for all purposes. If there are no empty spaces under the shovel line, then no more treasure of that type may be buried. Okay, so we're burying this treasure, and we're burying 2 emeralds. That is going to add 2 more emeralds to here. So now this emerald spot here is equal to, the emerald treasure board is now at 5. So every emerald that we have now at the end of the game is going to be worth 5 points. And then because it's buried, we're going to get an additional 2 points each. So each of our emeralds right now are each worth 7 points. I am really liking this. I feel very adventurous. I feel very piratey and stuff. Oh, I pressed that wrong button again. And we are supposed to add a gold to the gold board. We don't want to do that because that is the resource that Jordan has been doing. And we want to deplete the gold and not add the gold so that he doesn't score as much for his gold. Okay, Jordan's turn. He now wants to move to an explore action within 1 to 3 spaces. There's one there, but that is 1, 2, 3 spaces away, 1, 2, 3, and 3 spaces away. So he can't do that. So instead, he's going to do the bottom. That's the first time we've encountered that action. He buys an improvement card. Start with the first improvement card type, which is a ship. If a card of this type is within 3 movement range, sail to this location. Okay. So there's a ship down here. 1, 2. He's going to come down to here. Then Jordan takes the card at no cost. Mother trucker. That goes into his coffers. Then we get a tier 2 card in this place. Ooh, this will be a good use for my pickups, actually. Let me grab them and show you how that works. Because of the shiftiness of this board, the pickup suction cup tool, this thing here. We're going to zoom table this. So let's do that again. So Jordan was going to buy this card here. And so let's say he was trying to buy this card though. Instead of trying to like one for one try and get into there and not move everything around, you could use this pickup, pop that card over here, drop it down there, and away we go. So, but instead, he's taking this card here, pop, 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 pop. Now, the only problem I have so far with these pickup, if I try and do this on the deck, it's taking the whole deck with me, and I only want the top card. Now, they suggest that if you want to do that, go on the corner. Oh, nice. So if I go on the corner of the card, now I'm taking just one card. Now, these aren't going to stick forever. They are, because it's suction, right? It's air pressure. Air pressure is constantly changing. So if you have a deck of cards like I just have here, and you need to take just the one, pop it up here in the corner very lightly, and you'll get one. However, it might, okay, there we go. That's much better. It's not flying around. I can fly this around here. Now, I find this way a little difficult to release. So if you hold it like this, you can crush, which is a little bit easier. However, if you still have dexterity issues, this crushing motion and this push motion may still be difficult. So you could just pick up the card instead. Let's go with an actual card here. And you can just as easily just pop the card off. So if you pop it and then pop this off, you're not going to ruin your card or anything like that. Let's put that on real good. Now we put that on real good. So if you did a lot of section, then you're going to start wrecking your card. But once again, take this, put it upside down instead. You could use 2 fingers to pop that up again. I should have done that on screen. So if it's if you still whoops, whee. So if you still have issues, you could do this. You could pop this down like this onto the page, and then if you can just push it like that onto the ground. So that's a little bit less force. So you have options here when it comes to unloading your cards here. But like I said, when it comes to a deck of cards, grab it in the corner in order to pick up one card from the deck. It's a little more fiddly. It is definitely more designed for tableau games and card games, but it's still really cool. Okay, so Jordan bought that, and this got replaced with the 2, and his card, he goes back onto that spot there, and that's Jordan's turn. Okay, so now my goals are, I've got this 2 treasure done. I have buried 2 treasures, but I need to get across the river. So I'm going to use my 1 to 3 and come here to, I have no idea what that one is. I'm going to upgrade my ship again. I need to have 8 upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upgrades so far. So I can't pop into this next section yet. I've been short on money. So I'm going to instantly, oh, this would be getting my income though. What is my income? My income is my points and money area. Let's take a look at income. Because this would allow me to get my income, but I don't know what my income is. That happens at the end here in Maracaibo. Gain doubloons equal to all doubloon income icons on acquired improvements and their figurehead tile. Okay, my figurehead tile does not have income. That's an end of game icon. Okay, so I don't have any income. Gain victory points equal to all victory point income icons. Okay, so that would be a bad idea. So instead, we're going to pop onto this spot here, which is just get 3 doubloons. And so we're going to grab 3 doubloons so that we have some money to buy some upgraded cards later. That's going to be our ship upgrade. And now we get to move 3 spaces on the Explore track. So that is the first time we're doing that. The player may move their Explorer up to a number of spaces equal to the value shown on the left of the action tile. The Explorer must move at least 1 space and must move in the direction indicated on the exploration track. Spaces occupied by opposing explorers are skipped over, so you will count over. You will not count them. occupied by a opposing player are skipped over. It does not consume any movement value. You may gain the effects of all icons on the space your explorer ended on. So we're not going to pick up anything. We're only going to end. So back over to the exploring table. Let's see. Can you see this section here? Okay. So our first spot is $6. Our second spot is an emerald or a black market tile. Our third spot is to bury 2 or a gold. Now, I only need to bury 1 more emerald for this quest to get the extra points. I think I can probably get that emerald off the board because there's a lot of extra up there. So I'm going to stop on this gold spot in order to take a gold off of the board. And then I'm actually going to store it in my +3 spot as well. Now I'm going to check these little storage spots if I was allowed to take them out of storage in order to bury them. Because that's going to make the gold worth less at the end of the game when it comes to scoring Jordan, the solo player's points. So that was my 3 movement. Let's go back to Jordan. Jordan's last solo card before we shuffle. He wants to go to within 3 spaces a quest card. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are no quest cards within there. Okay, so his next spot is to an explore spot. 1, 2, 3. He's on the same spot as me, giving me $1. And then Jordan does a ship upgrade, and these are done. Oops, I shifted this out of place a little bit. These are done left to right. He gets a quest card. I'm forcing him to take whatever this is. I don't care because I want the quest market to be refilled. Oh, that's a quest card. It goes in there. Okay, so that was Jordan's. Oh, and now he's going to do the explore action. Jordan, explore. If there's a treasure value tile on the location, there is not. Place a marker cube on the leftmost top covered ungraded ship. Done. Perform an explorer. Jordan moves their explorer by the value shown to the left of the location icon, so he's going to move 3 spots. He gains no benefits, and he will always choose the longest path. So because I'm blocking here, 3 would be 1, 2, 3, taking him much further than I. So he's actually going 1, 2, 3 to this spot. And he's going to block that spot instead. Okay, that is Jordan's turn. We'll get ready for Jordan's next turn by shuffling his deck and putting it back. I'm going to end this at the end of the round because I think we'll have done all of the actions by then. Okay, my turn. Indeed, let's go after a new action. So we're going to stop here on this tile here. And this is an endgame bonus tile that I can buy. Actually, I'm going to buy this one here, the gold one. I'm going to stop down here, 1, 2, and so I'm going to go 1, 2 spaces. This is a character card. And so, they're both just improvement cards. They're just either characters, ships, or items. And so when we stop on an improvement card, which is equipment, crew, or ships, I could ignore the card and just get $5. Or I can acquire the card by spending doubloons equal to the cost at the top left corner. So this is costing me $4. Edgy from other improvements or ship upgrades. Now, okay, so I do not have the $1 blue card discount. So I don't get a discount there, and this doesn't have a discount here. Okay, so no discounts. Then place the card and place it face up on your ship. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to pop it out of here into here. We're going to take the top corner. We're going to grab 1 card here, grab it, and put it back here. Oops, that's upside down. And put it back into that spot and put my ship back on there. Okay, if it has a lightning bolt, you do it immediately. If it has ongoing effects, they also take effect immediately. So now my ongoing effect here is that when I roll a yellow die, I get +2 battle power, which is pretty cool. And I have an income now of 2 doubloons. Okay, that was my turn. Jordan's turn. Moves to a upgrade tile. Takes it. And a new one goes in. Oops. And he goes back. He also does a ship upgrade. He's constantly upgrading his ship, which gives him a quest. We're going to make him take that other quest that was in the way that's old. Done. My turn. We can go and get more people. What do we have? We have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, $14. So we can afford both of those cards. This card gives us a 2 discount. This card immediately gives us this again. So we're going to go 1, 2 up to here and grab this card here, which immediately gives us a $2 discount on all of our future cards. And that pops that into there. Okay, Jordan now goes to raid. He cannot raid, so now he's going to go buy a card. He's going to pop down to here, and he's going to buy this card, upgrading his ship at the same time, giving him 2 more points. 1, 2. Replacing this card. Okay, I have to move 1 to 3, but I'm forced to stop here and do a ship upgrade. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upgrades. I am going to take a quest because I'm going to pretend that we're at the end of the game. I'm going to take the, I'm just going to take a top quest and see if I accidentally complete it. I do not. It is to bury pearls. And then I can raid with a +2, move 4, which now that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the move 4 because I want to complete this quest for my little endgame scoring here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to bury a treasure, and I'm going to bury the gold. That throws a gold on here, though, actually. I do not want to bury the gold, come to think of it. So I'm not going to do the bury. Instead, I'm going to do the +3 battle on the explore track. Does that mean I get immediately perform a raiding action for the shown raiding power? Okay, so that just allows me to, if you gain treasure, choose any type, apply. Okay, so this just allows me to do a raiding action for a 3 power. And so I have this one here that for 2 power, I can get 2 points and $2. I'm going to do that. You get $2 and 2 points. 1, 2. Oh my God. And then now Jordan comes into the golf. What happens when Jordan comes to the golf? Okay, so I flipped the card, and it contains the card. So the golf contains the raiding and explore actions. As within free movement range, solo card tells Jordan to do one of these 2 actions. Jordan will always move to the golf and perform this action. So Jordan is also moving to the golf, which is giving him an upgrade, which is giving him a building. Assign a number 1 to 4 of each residence, e.g. roll 1 to 5. Okay. And he's going to take residence number 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to flip this card back into here. Oh, wait, no. Residences don't get taken. Residences get markers. So Jordan's marker goes on there, giving him 2 more points. 1, 2. And then he's going to do the explore action, taking the longest route. He gets to do 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's go here with 4. Jordan doesn't get to bury treasure. At the start of the turn, Jordan is on the golf. No solo card is flipped. Instead, Jordan moves to Maracaibo. Okay, so now I move to Maracaibo. I get 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a ship upgrade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're now at 8, so we can pop into the second section here. I'm going to immediately get a resource. I'm going to take a gold so that we decrease Jordan's scoring. Uh-oh, what happened to my camera? Oh, okay, we're still good. And then Maracaibo. It's the first time we've made it to Maracaibo. On the golf, you start the next movement must be on Maracaibo. It takes 1 movement to do so, and you forfeit all remaining movement points. You immediately gain 6 points in ship upgrade. If it's the 3rd round, okay. And then now Jordan does the same thing. He goes to Maracaibo, getting 6 points and a ship upgrade. And his ship upgrade moves him to the last spot on here. Okay, and then now it's the end of the round. I'm getting 2 income because I have 2 doubloons on my board. Jordan is getting 3 points and 6 doubloons, but he never gets doubloons. Does Jordan take income, actually? Tier 2 location cards grant points for improvement cards, buried treasures, etc. Jordan ignores these additional points. Whenever Jordan gains improvement cards, ignore all the effects, endgame points, and income. Okay, so Jordan does not get any of that, so that's fine. Okay, so now gain victory points equal to all victory point income icons on acquired improvement cards and their figurehead. Nope. Nope and nope. I don't. Oh wait, do I get these points? No, only the green scroll points. Okay, so now we're going to simulate the end game scoring. Jordan will always take the final turn since you take the first turn on the game. You score endgame points using the multiplayer rules. Jordan scores endgame points for the following conditions. 4 points for each river crossed on the exploration board. He crossed a river, so Jordan's getting 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6 points for each improvement card acquired. Jerk. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yikes. Taking Jordan to 50. Plus 15 points for each residence constructed. He constructed a residence, so he gets 15 more points, taking him to... There. Treasures are scored according to the multiplayer rules. 5 points for each quest card acquired. 5, 10, 15 more points. 30. 10 points if Jordan acquired 6. He did not. Okay, so now we need to score Jordan's treasure according to the multiplayer rules. Uh, 4 points for every river crossed. I get 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 point for every 5 remaining doubloons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 2 points for that. 1, 2. Gain all points shown in the top right corner of each acquired improvement. I get 9 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gain the depicted conditional points, gray scrolls on each improvement with endgame scoring icon. Each improvement, endgame scoring icon, none. Gain the depicted conditional points for each residence with their residence token on it. I did not build any residences. Each treasure, unburied or buried, is worth points depending on the number of markers on the respective treasure island. Okay, so 4 points for Jordan's treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. He ends at 84. My treasure, I'm getting 5, 6, 7. Wait, I'm getting 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points for that. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 10 is 42. Additionally, gain 2 points for each treasure that is buried. Done. Okay, and then my gold treasures are worth 2 points each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reveal all quest cards and gain points depending on their listed conditions. Each quest card has a top and bottom condition. Okay, I buried 2 treasures. That's 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I buried 2 treasures and I crossed 1 river. That is 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I need to know what the heck that means. I'm pretty sure it just means have 3 resources. Quest cards. Have the indicating doubloon income. Have 4 income. I do not. So it doesn't even matter what that first part is, but I'm pretty sure that was have 3 different pieces or have at least 3. But it's not in here at all. Here's the quest cards section. Indicated number of buried treasures, indicated number of treasures. And I'm just assuming that it's because all 3 different items. So have 3 treasures, period, and 4 income. So I did not get this card. Have 2 buried pearls. I did not get that card. Okay. I bonkered that. Whoops. Each player who scored points from at least 6 cards gains an additional 10. I only scored points from 3. Player with the most points wins. So Jordan wins with 84 and I have 52. As usual, I suck at games. But I did quite like Pirates of Maracaibo. I want to play this with real people. Based off of what the solo player was doing and what I was able to do, I'm going to have to play with players who have the same experience level as me. If you're going to play this game with an advanced player, which solos often represent, you're going to get crushed and it's not going to be fun, quite honestly. But I do like the flow of this. I don't remember Maracaibo at all, so I quite like this. I do want to play this with more people. I'm glad I picked this up. And so I'm going to clean this up and get some lunch, and we'll see you all next Friday night.